Here's a quick walkthrough of Tofu Ads Agent for LinkedIn. If we're going to create a net new LinkedIn campaign, it's going to walk us through 3 very simple steps. First, there's multiple ways to create an audience. We can use a pre-existing audience directly from your CRM. In this case, I'm connected to HubSpot, and you can see all of our company and contact lists. I can use a pre-existing list that already lives in LinkedIn that I've used before. And then I could also create a net new one from scratch. I can simply use natural language, so maybe I can say something like, heads of marketing, paid digital, at companies between, say, 20 and 200 people in the US, say tech only. I can go and give it any parameters that I would like, and then I'm going to have Tofu Agent build us that list. We now have our list. It is 68,000 people, which is perfectly within LinkedIn's recommended guidance. You can see kind of the logic behind how it shows it and all of the titles, the other filters, the other parameters that we're using. Looks good to me. So now we can move on to the next step. The next step is going to be asking the user if there's any changes to our pre-configured settings. We, by default, are going to use all best practices across every channel. So in LinkedIn, that means things like turning ad audience expansion off, LinkedIn audience network off, setting location to permanent, doing all the other knobs and dials that we know are in the user's best interest. It's going to ask me for our destination landing page. So I'll give it our website. We're going to go and also pre-configure budget based off of combination of historical budget and bid, as well as the audience that we're using here, so size and shape of the audience. We also do things like ensuring that even though this is a top-of-funnel campaign, we are not going to select brand awareness because that is just going to drain the budget on impressions, which is not what we want. Similarly, we're going to set the bid strategy to manual and optimize the bid. The last thing the user is going to do is provide any kind of creative direction. We can give it any guidance on tone, what we want to be included, what the goal or focus of this specific campaign should be, and Tofu Ad Agent is going to use that when generating all of our ad creative. In this case, I'm going to say, focus on pain points, make the ads funny. What else would I say? We'll go with this for now. I can go and use any pre-configured templates. So we have tons of templates that are pulling from industry best practices. So for any of these, we're going to go and show you existing ads. So these are real ads that are currently running that kind of fall under any pattern. So if, for example, we are doing something like a report, here are examples of how other people are running these ads. We're going to use that to train the model so that the templates are going to follow those type of best practices. You also can attach any images, so it's going to use our existing image repository. In this case, I'm going to let it go and just do its thing. Now, the ad agent is going to generate, in this case, because it's a single image ad, by default 4 image variations. If you wanted 6 or 3 or any other combination, you can simply just tell us that in the chat. Now we're going to let the agent get to work and develop our creative. And now here we can see our ads start to populate. Everything is in our brand, color, style, fonts, all of that. It followed my instructions to be kind of funny and really poking at the biggest pain points. These are pretty good. I like it. Now, all of this is completely editable. So if I selected any of these, there's multiple ways to edit. Within any of these text boxes for the intro text, the headline, the calls to action, any of this, you can simply go and just manually edit or add an instruction to the agent here in chat. For the image, you can go and add instructions which can change the entire image, so redo the whole image, redo the entire ad set, replace an image, or we can go and edit the creative in our editor here. With each of these boxes, you can see I can go and make any changes. So I can simply just start typing. I can resize any boxes here, so I can kind of go and change this however I want. We can simply go and add additional design elements, very flexible to get this from 90% to 100%. Simply just save it as a new version. Once I'm happy with all of my add variations, from here we're going to go to the next step, which is review. This is a single pane of glass showing you all of the things that we just did in the span of a couple minutes, and now we're going to go and stage our campaign. When we stage the campaign, it's going to do all of the setup in your LinkedIn ads account. Everything from the settings, the actual ads sets, the ads, the campaign setup. All the user needs to do is toggle the campaign on. That's the one thing we won't do. We won't go and spend money on your behalf, so we will make sure to toggle the campaign off until you are ready to launch. And there is our confetti of success. You can see we're using all of the dynamic UTM parameters for tracking, which will always land in our analytics over here. And then I can simply go and review it directly in LinkedIn. So you can see all of this is ready to go. I simply need to toggle on the campaign, and then we're rocking and rolling.